I noticed something was wrong with me when I was 11 years old. I started growing stomach and chest hair. I never told anyone because I was embarrassed. I was around 12 when some kid came up to me, looked under my neck and said, "Oh, you've a beard." I never noticed it until he said something.
I used to call my older sister Pizza Face when I was younger. Little did I know I would soon be the newest addition to the Pizza Face gang. I started having a few spots when I was 13. Then it all just came at once. By the time I was 15, I had hard, painful spots all over my face and back. The doctor called it cystic acne and prescribed me medication. When I used the medicated solution on my face, the pain was something shocking.
I guess my insecurities started in my early teens, just as I started into secondary school. My body started to change so quickly and so resulted in severe stretch marks. A small few I could cope with, but I ended up with them all over the majority of my body.
In 2008, I was climbing with my friends. I was belaying my climbing partner. He accidentally dislodged a cinder block-sized rock that fell to 50 feet and knocked me unconscious immediately.
A few days later, 2 girls looked under my neck and said, "Oh my God, you do have a beard." It was humiliating. I started shaving my face every day when I was diagnosed with hirsutism. It was very uncomfortable and irritated my skin, so I'd go to school every day with a red blotchy neck. I had horrible self-esteem and was convinced I was a guy.
Even when I was on tablets to get rid of it, they were still there lurking away. I would get up early to slap on a heavy foundation and concealer to try and cover it. Most of the time it just made it more obvious, but I felt comfortable with it on. It was my mask that I wore so no one could see my imperfections. People would say to me, "You need to wash your face more." And it's because you eat sweets. And I'm there trying to hold back the urge to scream at them. It doesn't work that way.
It was so hard for me, especially around my friends who were all skinny minis. PE class used to be torture for me. We had a communal changing room where everyone could get changed in front of one another. I was so self-conscious in case any of the girls saw my body that I would change in a toilet cubicle.
After heaps of surgeries and a 10-day coma, I beat the odds, surprised my family and the doctors, and woke up. I was discharged to a rehabilitation centre where I relearned how to walk and talk and be a functioning person.
For years, I'd spend hours shaving everything to try and feel normal. It stopped me from having any relationships because I can't handle any more rejection and judgment. Multiple people, including my brother, have told me I look like a man. Because of it, I am learning to be strong.
When I was in transition year, we put on a musical, and there was a makeup artist hired to do our makeup. She took my makeup off to reapply more, and I remember the looks and giggles when my classmates saw my red bumpy skin. I'd let myself down by taking off my mask. Eventually the medication started to work, and the pain of the acne went away. I still put on my makeup before I see my parents in the morning, just so they won't comment on how bad my skin looks.
I began to shy away from socialising. My friends would be all heading out to teenage discos, whereas I'd be staying at home. No confidence and afraid what new nasty comment would be made. When I started college, I left that part of my life behind.
I'm scared to accept how close I was to death. I see the huge dent in my head, and sometimes I get nostalgic, wishing my head was still fully shaped. Little kids often look at the scar on my neck, point to it and ask, "What's that thing in your neck? Looks like you were stabbed there." I started climbing outside again at the end of March 2010. It was a huge risk, but I finally went. If something does happen, well, all my brain scans are in a flash drive that lives in my pocket.
I honestly wouldn't trade my imperfections for anything. Without them, I wouldn't be who I am today.
Sometimes you have to look on the bright side of things and say, it could be worse.
Even though it happened 6.5 years ago, I deal with the effects of that accident every day.
I'm now at a point in my life where I've accepted my insecurities. Appearance isn't always everything. It's what's underneath that counts.